feels like I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. It's safe to say that we might even be falling in love.
I watched that TikTok video where it's like when you're supporting your friend
and they're just standing on the side. Woo! Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Oh my god. I want to start off by apologizing because Favour spoke negativity into my life and I feel like it needs to be addressed. Because the last time we spoke about the podcast, she said, Jen, I feel like we should take a break until you're mentally ready. I didn't even realise I wasn't mentally ready. I said, okay, you know what? Favour's giving me, guys, when the Bible says the power of the tongue, you have to be very careful. Even with your friends that you have known since you're 11 years old, you have to be very careful. Welcome to a brand new episode of the First Girl Podcast. How are you, Favour?
Do you know what I don't understand? You could have just made that apology without having to drag me into this.
Like, yeah, but it's your
sometimes
fault.
Take accountability.
You said until you're mentally ready. You basically accused me of having a mental illness, of having a bad mental health.
So when someone's mentally tired, they have a mental illness.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the First Girl Podcast, guys.
Hi, guys.
What episode would this be anyway?
I don't know, man. We'll find out later, guys. But we're back.
We'll figure it out. We are back. We've had a lot of changes since the last time that we recorded. Favour, what's been going on in your life?
There's no way I'm doing that. How are you going to answer that as a straight What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to come and just say, oh, guys, I did this, I did that. Okay, You know what? You give me the framework of exactly how you want me to answer this question. What's been happening in your life?
No. What has been the highlight of the past 6 months of your life?
The highlight has been... Actually, let me think about this properly.
Yeah.
Having more time.
Yeah. Wait, how have you had more time?
I had more time to relax sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm still more active in the sense of going out, but I've had time to rest.
Okay, that's good.
And saying no to a few things.
I've noticed that about you, to be fair.
Because I can't be everywhere.
No, it's true.
It's practically impossible. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's been my highlight. Being able to rest.
Okay.
What about yours?
My highlight is I'm finally employed, guys! Woo! The thing is, I don't think, when at the beginning, when I was like, guys, I'm going through a season, God is speaking to me. I don't think I actually told the people then what this situation was.
Yeah, because it's a season, isn't it?
Yeah, it was basically unemployment. It was a season of unemployment.
Yeah, it was very long though.
Oh my God.
It was so long.
It was torture. I was literally like, God, how much longer? Because it's one of those things where you know that God's going to work, but it's like, how much longer do I have to go through the pits of...
It's the ghetto.
No, it's disgusting.
Rat-ta-ta-ta.
I genuinely felt like I was being shot multiple times.
Do you know what it is? You just take it extreme every time. Every time.
No, but like the rejections. Guys, it's listen, if you are in a job and you're thinking, I don't really like it, it's not right, stay. Because the job market, don't know. It depends on how much you hate the job.
Yeah.
I would say it depends on how much it makes you unhappy. But if it's not ideal, but you don't mind it and you're getting paid, stay. Because the job market right now, it's actually disgusting.
I would say that I don't think sometimes people realize how hard it is. Like, everyone has a degree. Most people have gone to university.
Yeah.
So you're not actually as special as you'd think you are. And a lot of people are not really dumb. Like, people are really hardworking. So it's like, what do I bring that makes me stand out? It's more of like self-belief at this point.
No, it really is.
You could have the experience, go to university, tick all the boxes, and it's like 20 people exactly like you. Mm-hmm. So it's so difficult. It's like you're getting rejection. You're thinking, why are they rejecting me? And it's not really anything to do with it. It's just the realities of there's so many people applying for the same exact position.
And the thing is I feel like there's a lot more people searching rather than there is jobs being advertised, because one thing that I realized was that there was a lot of companies that would be advertising for jobs that they didn't actually want to, or they weren't hiring for,
or they will ask you for something that's practically impossible for someone to have. So they'll say, you have to have 10 years experience in this, that, be able to do all of this, and then do this.
Yeah,
and you're
it's
like,
a lot.
who is this person that
It's actually a
you're
lot,
looking for?
yeah.
And then you look at how much you're willing to pay. You're like, you want to pay this for all the requirements you're asking for? Excuse me?
Mad. It's actually mad.
Excuse me? Like, what?
Like, I remember there was this one job that it was literally an admin role, and it was literally like 10 minutes away from my house. And the lady called me and she did like a pre-screening call. And then after that, she sent me an email saying, "Oh, we're not hiring for the role anymore." I said,
Why did you put me
guys,
through
it's
it's not easy. But
No.
you went through the season.
And
You came out alive, strong.
Oh,
She even gave a testimony, guys. I was screaming like a mob. I was like, ah! I had my phone out. I was like, this.
no, literally, she recorded the
I
entire
was
testimony.
so proud because obviously,
Yeah.
you're just mad. I don't think people deeped how much we all literally went through the process with you. I don't know how much you shared with other people, but I know with me, you were sending me like, hey God, not even. I wouldn't say daily updates. I'll say every hour.
updates.
She'd be like, Favor, so this has happened and that's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how I feel. And she'd be
Yeah.
like, I know how I feel. I'm gonna get this. And she'd be like, oh my gosh, man, this is actually so difficult. Like, why? I'm there like, yo.
And the thing is, I feel like during that time as well, it wasn't just job searching, it was just a bunch of other things as well that I was going through, that I was just like, God, I think you actually, you need to realize I'm not your strongest sword. I know you like to say it, but deep down I'm not.
Like, I'm not the strongest soldier. I don't
Actually
want to be.
not. I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to relax and just have money.
But I feel like when you're going through something so major, every other thing starts to irritate you even more. So like when you're in a better place now, it's like those things haven't really stopped, but you're able to handle it better. Because
I got money in my account.
if you want to put it so direct, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's that massive stress has been taken away from you, so you're able to kind of like, other stuff is almost like it happens. You can get over it. But the other one is like, how am I going for all of this? Yeah, I don't have money as well. Come on, man. Like, yo,
No, guys. As in, I wanted to escape my household, and I said, I can't even, just to breathe, it cost me £10.
People don't realize money.
Anyway,
But we back.
we are back, and no, wait, we haven't even asked the all. How are you guys?
Oh yeah, how are you guys?
What's been the highlight of the past 6 months for you? Let them answer.
Has it actually been 6 months that we've been off?
We stopped sometime in February. It's about 4 or 5 months.
Damn.
I know. Let them answer. What's been the highlight of the past couple of months for you? That's really interesting.
Yeah, very.
I can't. Yeah, wow.
Is this us acting?
No, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that happened. I'm so sorry for you.
What if they're saying the good news?
yeah,
meant to be
no.
like-
You know what?
You're meant to be excited.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well
Won't
done.
you do it? Anyway, guys, we are back. We are better than ever. And what are we talking about today, Faiza?
Why are you calling my name like that? Excuse me.
Because I'm excited.
Ew. So you can read it out if you want.
But it's on your phone.
Yes, it's your writing.
It is, to be fair. It looks quite nice. How being a firstborn has shaped us. It's giving me trauma, guys.
It's giving trauma. It's giving flashbacks. You know when you don't have words.
I can't. I literally, obviously, I talk to God every day, but sometimes I'm like, God, why?
Okay.
And you know how the Bible says, even in my groaning, the Holy Spirit will be able to translate what I say, because that's how it feels like. I genuinely feel like, and when I'm saying this, I'm being very genuine, I need to go to therapy. I feel like I'm aware of how me being a firstborn and the dynamics of my family, I'm aware that it's affecting me. I just don't know how. And I feel like I need to be able to go to someone and let it out and have them be like, okay, so this is it. Because like I told you the other day, I had a breakdown in front of my brothers. Like, that's not normal. Do you know what I mean? So that's how being a firstborn has shaped me. Traumatized. You favour?
With mine, I think I was saying this to someone like early this week. I'm not sure. Like with me, when I go through stuff, I don't fully go through it. Like it's almost like I have a very good coping mechanism where I'm able to still bounce back.
Yeah.
So I can't explain. So I don't like to stay in my, I don't know, whatever the situation is. I don't like to stay in that situation for too long.
Yeah.
So I'll find something quick. Let's say my biggest thing is, guys, TikTok.
Not TikTok.
Honestly, I'll go to TikTok and start laughing, and I'll watch funny videos, and that situation is hasn't gone, but it's not that deep to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know fully well how much it's affected me, if that makes sense. Because I'm not. Do you know what I mean? When you just feel like you're not fully aware of what's happened.
Yeah.
To you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's like, so I have.
What have you been going through?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like when you have anything in general.
Yeah.
Like even just random stuff that could happen. Like you could have a bad day. I wouldn't have a bad day, because it's happened, and then I'll watch funny stuff, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I think the thing with me, I'm the same with you. I feel like the way that I cope and react to things is positive.
But sometimes I feel like maybe I need to stay in that emotion a bit longer, and I'm not sure, because I'm like, I don't know, what am I supposed to stay in that emotion, but I don't want to be in that emotion.
No, I understand.
So I'm very quick to cope and move on.
Yeah.
So like for me to say I know how being a firstborn has affected me, I don't actually know fully, because I don't think I fully, like my brain has fully understood the whole process.
Situation. Okay.
I can see sometimes, when you have situations that sort of like highlights aspects of your character, you're like, oh, okay. So it's like, mine's more, I'm still discovering kind of.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually know, which is why I might come with you to that therapy. But then these therapists,
What is it?
I'm just like, I'm paying you what? £60 for me to speak to you. Nah, mate.
No, but I think that's the whole point, though.
Nah.
Because I feel like a lot of
I can't justify it, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Carry on.
I feel like a lot of people, we tend to just internalize things, and we tend to deal with it our own way. And because we don't like to maybe be a burden to others, or we just don't like to share, we only have our own perspective of the situation. So I feel like if you have a professional who understands the mind, and who might have a bit of an understanding as to why you're acting like that, or why you're acting like that, I think at the end of the day it's worth it, because you can come out of it and have a different perspective, and then you're able to handle the situation a lot differently. I don't think it's... Go on.
No, I'm not trying to disagree.
Okay.
Like, I agree, 100%. I just feel like
it's just the money.
It's not just the money. It's even like, I feel like these people are humans, and every human has their own prejudice.
Yeah.
No matter how professional you are,
you always have
your own you have your own beliefs.
Yeah.
And your own view about how life should be like.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm taking that person's perspective on life. Even though they're giving me a professional advice, it's not.
It depends who it depends on what type of, because there's counselling, there's therapy, there's psychotherapy, there's CBT, so there's different types of things, and it also depends on what you're going for. So if you're just going to just chat about life, that could be maybe counselling, and that's more advice. If you're going for, because you're going through something, or you recognize that there's a certain way that you deal with things, or there's some kind of trauma that you want to work through, that's more like psychotherapy. And rather than, obviously they are going to give you advice on how to handle something, but all they're trying to do is make you understand why.
No, I agree. I feel like therapists is more like they're helping you discover a pattern of behavior.
Yeah.
And because sometimes, when it's like going to the doctors, sometimes you're feeling something, but you don't know what the cause is, and you don't have a name, or you can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know you're feeling something, but you don't know what it is. So it's like doctors are there to help you discover and diagnose what the situation is. So I'm guessing a therapist is there to diagnose your and give you a reason, and that way when you have a cause, then you can now work towards resolving that issue. I understand that. I'm just saying, with everything in life, I don't feel like there's any quick solution, or I wouldn't put too much reliance on another person to resolve my issues. I'll use that as a stepping stone to help with my healing. But it wouldn't be like, this is the final step. The final step is God.
No, 100%.
So I would go, but God has placed all these people to help us, like doctors, everyone. They're all there because
they have a purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would use them. So I'm not saying don't go to therapists, but because sometimes what I've noticed, people do all this stuff and they'll say, I've had therapists, I've done all of that, and I'm still the same way. And it's because to them, they thought going there would be an automatic miracle healing process. I'll just go there. Someone's going to tell me, fix my life, and I'll be back to normal. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not how it works. Like, that person's there to help you, tell you what the problem is, then it's still down to you to decide if you want to stay in that problem or move on. Because at the end of the day, most things in life is your choice, right? It's your choice to carry on or to not carry on. But sometimes the choice is harder when you don't know what the problem is. So I guess that's the benefit. But I wouldn't completely rely on a therapist.
No, and I'm not even saying that. I just feel like, I don't know. But all I know is I need therapy. That's all I know. But I feel like, going back to what you're talking about, like coping mechanisms, I feel like I do have a way of managing situations and sometimes my emotions positively. But I think with my issue with me being a firstborn is the fact that I get overwhelmed. I think that's my thing. I feel like there's a lot that happens and I get overwhelmed and I'm like, so if my siblings weren't born, what would life be like?
Blissful.
As in, but then I also, because I was thinking this the other day, if I wasn't a firstborn daughter, who would I be?
That's the thing. It's like, I'm fully aware that being a firstborn girl is one of my identities.
Yeah.
But what that looks like, sometimes I struggle to understand fully what that is. Because I know there's some parts of my character where I'm quite firm. I know what I want. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, is that to do with me being
firstborn?
The firstborn? Or would I be like this naturally?
Yeah.
But then I think about, how would I be like this naturally if I wasn't the firstborn? Think about it, because I'm already naturally in a position of leadership.
Yeah.
And I have to like be firm. Like, I can't just be a person that's like a pushover. Like, then no one's gonna listen to you. So I'm like, maybe that's why I'm like this. Like, I don't. Yeah,
it's true.
It's just one of those things. You're thinking, would I be a different person? Would I not? Like, it's just, I don't know.
Would I stand up to my parents more if I was the firstborn? Because the way that I literally fight. No, not fight. That's a bit of a strong word.
We have strong debates.
No, I've
debates. She has debates.
It's not even debates. As I tell them off, as in, no, because it's like, why are you moving like this? I mean, that's so sad. No, and you know what it is? Sometimes I've thought about this quite a few times. If I sometimes relay how I am with my family, you guys would think I'm disrespectful and I'm rebellious. I'm not. Because the way that I look at it is, if I don't say anything, this family will fall apart. If I don't do anything, this family will be...
Do you know how interesting that is? Because it's like, who said that though?
No, I know, it's true.
It's like, who told us that we are like the pillar to hold a family together?
No, that's
true. I'm just a baby.
I'm a baby girl.
I'm just a baby. Have you seen on TikTok? I'm just a baby. It's basically the one was doing. Anyways, I'm just a baby.
Just a baby.
No,
just
literally,
a baby.
I'm actually just a child. So what? Who told us?
No, he actually sent me
that we should hold a family together.
Nobody. I took it upon myself.
Is that a force?
But come to think of it, every family has its thing. Do you know what I mean? Every family has its thing where you look at it, you're thinking, okay, that's a bit mad or type of thing. But we just feel like we need to fix that, but we can't, because every family has its own thing.
Oh my days. It just triggered. Another thing about fixing stuff, I feel like that's a trait of a firstborn daughter.
Oh, 100%.
It's like, everywhere we go to,
you need to
automatically. I'm always finding a solution. Like, if you mention a problem, my brain just goes straight to finding multiple solutions that could resolve that problem.
And this happened at my workplace, because basically I work in a school, and this was only like my second week, so I didn't fully know everything, right? And a situation happened, and my colleague, because she leaves an hour earlier than me, so I'm left there until 5. And a mum called, something happened. Immediately, my thing was, fix it, find a solution. And then the next day, someone else that was involved called, and she was like, oh my God, you breached data protection. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. It's only my second week. And my colleague said to me, the position that we have at school, it's not our job to fix things. We just kind of relay, provide information, but we're not the ones that meant to fix things. And I said, oh, I can't do that.
This is
I
not.
can't
It's
do
not part of my
it.
character.
It's
no,
literally
because
not.
literally, it's a great skill to have.
Yeah.
When you're working.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's
But
true.
in real life,
Oh.
yes and no, because they can. No, like just with anything, like everything has its benefits and its negatives.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes we just do it too much, and it's almost like people don't see us as people that don't need help because we're always helping. It's like they just come to us to take, and
My eyes twitching.
And-
I'm triggered, Favor. I'm triggered.
then you never get. Oh, do you need help? Are you okay?
Do you want a hug?
No, it's all right.
Guys, I'm suffering. I'm actually suffering.
I'm so
I don't think you guys understand.
okay.
This is what I mean when I need some kind of healing because I'm broken.
No, don't say
And in
that.
Jesus' name, I'm fixed.
Exactly.
He is my healer.
We're just going through a process.
Oh Lord.
But that's the reality, and you
No,
tend
it
to
is.
attract people that it's almost like they need help.
In Jesus' name, that will not be me and my partner because I do not want to be that type of woman that feels like I need to fix someone.
It's a weird one, and even if you don't attract that person, we want to help. So even if you get someone that's very independent,
Somehow, you'll be like, something needs to be fixed.
you're like, what do I do?
What do I need to do?
What do you need me to do?
Literally.
And they're like, nothing.
Nothing.
And
I'd
you're
be like, no. And then I'll be like, no, tell me.
Like, I need
I'm
to,
not
like-
going to judge you.
it's not even that. I'll just be like, are you sure? Are you like?
You can talk to me about anything.
It's like, why can't we just take that? No, people don't. Not everyone needs help. Like,
I think all first-born daughters need therapy somewhere.
no, because that's literally it's a mad thing. That's something
No,
I've
it
personally
is.
noticed. Like, why are we always like the ones
just very quick to fix.
the ones to feel like we need to fix everything and everyone's problem?
Or could it be because as first-born daughters, from a young age, we were expected to help and fix. And so that just naturally has transcended into adult life as well.
100%. It's not like most characters and behaviors doesn't just start now.
No.
It takes years
Yeah,
and years
yeah.
and years of patterns and just life to shape you. So it's not something that just happened overnight. It definitely happened when we were kids and stuff. But it's just mad, man. It's actually
God,
crazy.
are you sure this is a life that you? When you said Genevieve, you said
Mine is like the fact. You know, so crazy. I know this, but yeah, sometimes I can't help it.
that's what. Yeah,
It's like I'm fully
it's like
aware.
It's like an autopilot.
This is what I'm saying to you about therapist. Therapist tell me this. I know this.
Hello, carry on.
I know that I want to feel like I
The
want to
therapist
help.
will tell me, Jen, it's okay to take a break, and I'll be twitching. Yeah. okay. And I go run back home, and I do the exact same thing.
break.
Malfunctioning. What break? What's that? Relax. What? Heal? No. I don't know what that is. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm afraid that is.
Oh,
It's like,
God.
we know the problem, but it's hard to stop.
break it.
So it's like it's almost like we now need to go backwards, but then that takes away from who we are.
No, literally.
That's who I am. I'm a helper. I love to help. But then who helps us? Like, because then you end up doing so much for people, and no one really checks upon you.
And the thing is, when they don't check up on you, I get mad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
because you think you should read my mind. How can you not know that I'm not okay?
from my demeanor.
And but bearing in mind this whole time we're laughing with them, you know, we're laughing, smiling.
I'll be like, hi, Dad, you okay? In my head, I'm
and you're thinking, why can't you just read my mind?
No, literally.
Ignore the laughter.
No. Look at my body language.
Can you not see that I'm not like I'm
And
not in the
can
mood?
you not even be like, are you okay? Like, have I... See, this is the thing about my family that irritates me, yeah? Because I feel like whenever, let's say, I might have done something that's upset them, which very rarely happens, I feel like I don't do anything because I'm always just making sure you're okay, right? I feel like if they're upset with me about something, whatever, I feel like I'm a naturally... reflective person. So I'll be like, oh, you know what? Maybe the way I spoke to them wasn't right. Maybe what I said wasn't good. Maybe the way that I reacted wasn't right. Let me go and apologize. But my family aren't like that. and
Yeah.
it irritates me. That's what, because I'm like, how is it that I'm able to recognize where I've gone wrong and I can come to you, I can remove that ego, remove that pride, remove that shame, and come to you and say, listen, what happened earlier, I'm so sorry, I'm trying, I'll, whatever. But you guys can talk to me anyhow. You can see that it's now affected me and I'm acting a certain way. And I'm the bad guy for reacting that way.
Wait, is that to do with being a firstborn, or is it just your family in general? Because wouldn't that just be wouldn't they talk to your siblings like that too? Isn't that just like an African family type of behavior where it's like to say sorry is almost like you would never hear
It's
sorry?
it's not even to say sorry, because
Basically taking accountability doesn't exist. It's not a thing. It's just what happens is things happen and everyone just moves on. Luckily, I personally don't have. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have them. I would say, especially my mom, she takes accountability. I'll give that to her, but it's not a daily thing. Most times, everyone just moves on. Like things happen, you're like, yeah. No one actually goes and says, I'm in the wrong.
No, but the thing is, I feel like I'm very quick to move on. I don't hold grudges, but I feel like when it's major things that have massively impact, where you can see like around the house, I'm not the same, or I'll have periods where something really upsets me and I'll just be in my room
And they don't
all the
ask
time.
you what's wrong.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. I think,
Yeah.
I was saying when you're laughing, nobody's asking you. I didn't know you actually showing signs that you're not okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
No. But let's say, guys, I need therapy. Someone call up a therapist. Like, this is what I mean, because it's like
you actually look upset and they're not asking. That doesn't make sense.
no. Like,
So
I
what
would
happens?
literally
Everyone just acts normal.
they just carry on. And I'm like, how
What?
are you not seeing the foundation of this family? She's crumbling. And you guys are carrying, you Jen.
No, we are literally the foundation.
Yeah.
Because
Where would my family be without me?
no, honestly,
Where would they actually be without me?
I'm the person that goes forward. I get hit and I come back. I'm like, guys, we're good. Let's go. That's me.
We're like, is this a bad reference to make? I was gonna say we're like Moses taking.
Okay,
the,
yes,
yeah, we're like Moses leading the. Is it the Israelites?
I
yeah?
don't know. Ask me. Don't ask me. I don't know.
You know what, guys? There's so many
Bible references.
Literally,
I
get confused all the
At this
time.
point, sometimes I get confused with David and Moses and Job.
And I'm like, is this in the New Testament? The Old Testament was Paul.
oh, David is the other
before
one.
and after.
I also remember like David, and then sometimes I'm like Joseph. I'm like Joseph, David.
Yeah, no, wait. Sometimes I get confused between Dad Joseph and Colt Joseph.
Yeah.
Ah, God, please. You're going to give them different names.
Yeah,
but
man.
no, we're like Moses leading the Israelites to the Promised Land. Except the Promised Land is we don't know what it is.
Yeah, we're just making it up as we're going.
We're literally just...
Like, there's no plan. There's
oh,
nothing.
Lord.
But yeah, I think that to me, I feel like that's probably one of the most tangible ways I can sort of identify that being a firstborn has shaped me in a sense of like being a problem solver. I think that's the only thing I can say that I can identify and be like, yes, this has affected me. But I don't think there's any. I'm trying to think. Is anything else?
I feel like with me as of recently, I feel like it's defined me to be someone who, I feel like I tend to like want to stand up and protect people, stand up for people.
Okay.
I feel like there's a part of me that's like, because I'm like that with my brothers anyway. So
Like protective, being protective. Yeah. I get
So
that.
I'll be like, especially when it comes to girls, that's one thing I will also fight for. Women's rights, power to the people. Some women, some of you are a bit quiet.
I was gonna say me, I fight for my brothers are big enough. They would sort themselves out. Don't. Do you think don't even bother me, man? Wait, what? Hey.
But no, yeah, there's that part of me that's very like protective and just like I don't like to see. Something that I've learned, especially with my brothers and seeing how my parents are with them, I feel like people should have, to some extent, obviously, and in moderation, just the freedom to just be themselves.
What do you mean though?
Just be you. Like if you're a child, be a child. If you're very into whatever, like be into whatever, like be free with it.
But what's the relevance? Why did you say this though?
Because my parents, especially my mum, she's very like Hennock's what, 14 already? She's like, be a doctor.
Oh yeah.
With Eli, be an engineer.
Oh.
And the things that they want to do is the complete opposite.
Yep.
Eli wants to be a footballer, and Hennock wants to work in music. So I'm just like, guys, and I was even telling my colleague the other day, I was like, my mum prayed about Hennock being, basically she was watching this Christian channel and she saw like this young, handsome little boy singing in the choir or in the gospel or whatever. And she was like, she prayed when she was pregnant with Hennock, she was like, that's how I want my son to be, da 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 da. He's now come out, very talented musically, very into his music, but because it hasn't come out the way that she wants it to, she's like, no. And I'm like, Mom, this guy's talented. Like, he plays like how many instruments?
Yeah,
like,
he's really good actually.
support him, you know? And then obviously there's the whole education aspect, which is like, okay, fair enough. Obviously their education is important, but also support their dreams and what they want to do. So
I feel like, do you know, maybe it's because they tried it with us and it's like, it didn't work. So I feel like our parents become a lot more stricter with
100%,
especially with career, like what they want you to do as a career with the youngest siblings, because to them it's like, the first one didn't work out, you must work. You have to do exactly what I want you to do, because like you have to do it, because I've tried it before, and
like my mom says it all the time. She's always like, oh, you can't be like Genevieve, she didn't listen to me, she went to do psychology at university. She brought up the other day in conversation that didn't even make sense. Even my brother started to defend me. They were like, yeah, but Mom, why do you always do that? You can't keep mentioning. I said, yes. I literally had to walk out the room because I said, where is the relevance?
Yeah,
that's the one.
No, it's because there's no relevance. It's something that's in a
This is what she said. She was talking about Hennock's behaviour. It's about regret or something. And she's talking about regret. She's like, it's like Genevieve. I'm sure she regrets going to university to do psychology. I said to her, number one, when did those words ever come out of my mouth? Because I actually quite enjoyed my degree. I loved it. And I feel like I use it almost every single day in life. Number two, where's the relevance?
Yeah.
Number three, we were having a peaceful conversation. Number four, if you weren't my mum.
What does that mean?
I'd say be quiet.
Oh, that's polite. All that energy. She just say, Mom, be quiet.
No, but I was just like, and I had to walk out. She's like, no, Jen, come. I said, no.
It's just this conversation. It's what she's been thinking of, and she found a situation just to say it. There was no relevance. There's no need. She's gonna bring it up again because it's something that she
and
feels really strong about.
For me, it's like, unless I've sat down and I've said, Mom, you were right, I should have listened to you, I regret doing psychology, I'm not even doing it. If I ever sat down and said those things to her, I would understand.
Yeah.
But I've never said that. Never. So for her to be like, regret. Did you sit the degree? Did you have to do the dissertation? Did you have to go to prison?
No, it was actually a lot. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to that, even I've noticed this of my like family is more like, okay, the first kids didn't do it. Please, you have to at least listen to us. Because to them, it's like, someone has to work out.
Yeah.
Because clearly...
I've popped out 4 of you.
Clearly...
There's got to be one.
You guys not doing... And because you're not hitting the millions, you're not bringing in the 6 figures, someone has not worked out yet. So please,
The thing is, my brothers are like 5, 12 and 14.
So I think this is the difference between our struggles. So we have struggles in the sense of like firstborns in general and firstborn daughters. We have a struggle in the sense that we have to carry the weight of like...
The family
leadership and just everything. Whereas the lastborns is like they have to be perfect. In a sense, it's like almost like it's come down to you now. Please, you have to at least make it work. Like, come on, man. They get spoiled.
Yeah,
but they have to at least listen to the parents, and especially if they're looking at the siblings and thinking, they've done this. They have a lot of pressure in comparison because they have someone to compare to. Yeah. Whereas we don't. Who are we comparing ourselves to? So we don't struggle with like feeling like, oh, we need
living up to expectations and stuff.
In the sense of other people's expectations, because we've had to create our own expectations. Yeah. Because there was no one like before us.
Maybe I'm not seeing that now because my brothers are still young.
Yeah.
You know, Jaden's literally 5. But he's a baby, guys.
Yeah.
As in, he's a pandemic baby. The pandemic started when
he was... the cutest baby ever. I love him.
Maybe, you know, I might see it later, but as of now, Jaden literally, he can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Even when my mum can visibly see he will do something and he laughs, my mum will still go, Jen, Eli, Henok. And it's just like,
Yeah, but
wow.
still, watch when he gets older, they're gonna be like, okay, doctor, engineer.
The thing is, I feel like I'm quite outspoken that I don't think I'd allow my parents.
Oh, just watch. It's not no. It is no.
I'll even make them live with me if
They will
if
literally
it
be
has
like.
to be. But I don't know if that's because I've experienced that with my mom, where the fact that I wanted to do certain things and she never allowed me to. I think that's where it's stemming from. And I actually came during my season of unemployment and everything else. Plus, I also came to the realization that I cannot live up to my mom's expectations, and it's not because I can't; it's because I don't want to.
Yeah.
And you know how, because I remember we were having, let's just say it was an argument, because voices were raised, interruptions were happening, right? And
Sounds like an argument.
yeah,
to me.
it was an argument. And I wanted to, because at that point, I came to realize that when the conversation gets to that point, I need to physically remove myself. So I went into my room, and I just closed the door, and then I went out again, said a few things, closed the door. And, you know, the great thing about being in crisis is that you got someone to talk to. I'll be like, God will answer the phone and be like, yes, daughter, I'm here. I'll just talk, right? And in that moment, when I came to realize that the reason why I can't live up to my mom's expectations is because I don't want to, it was such a freeing moment that ever since then, every single time she tries to bring up, oh, my job or what I'm doing or whatever, I don't feel anything, because I'm at that point where it's like, it doesn't matter what you say, I'm not going to do it. Like, it doesn't matter if you say, oh, no. The other day she said, oh, you know, they have increased the nurses' salary by 5%. I said, oh, congratulations to them. I'm happy for them. She said, so I said, no, congratulations to them. Yeah. And before that would have annoyed me. Now I'm at peace, because it's like, and you know, and it's something that from a young age, I've always known, but I guess I just didn't know how to deal with it. I've always known that the way that my life is meant to be lived, it's not your average person. It's not go to school, have a job, get married. I've always known that I was always going to do something different, be someone different, and it was never going to align with what my mum wanted. And obviously, as a teenager and early adult, young adult, you're obviously battling with that, because it's like, I want to make my mum proud. I want her to be happy. I want to, you know, whatever. But now I'm like, I'm not meant to be this person that you are trying to, you know, you want me to be.
Trying to mold me into.
Yeah. And you know what? It's actually okay. And I'm pretty sure one day I said to her, in the nicest way possible, and I said to her,
I don't give a damn.
Not even just that, I don't care, because at the end of the day, hasn't God already decided who I'm going to be and what I'm going to do? And that's the only person.
I think that's the difference between like the struggles we face as firstborns and kids and our younger siblings, because like I said before, we don't have anyone to look up to. So it's your parents' opinions and expectations that you're looking up to, really. And our parents have a lot of flaws, and they only know what they know based on their surroundings, how they were brought upbringing. Yeah. So a lot of the information they have, some of them are not facts. It's just based on how they feel, what their friends have said to them, just surroundings. And it's like, it's hard to take that as a full guide on how to live life. Out of respect, I'm the type of person, this is the way I do it. I listen to them. I meet them halfway. Because that's the best way. It personally works for me. So it's like, if they suggest I need to do something, I don't just completely dismiss it. Because I feel like, as an individual, I don't know everything.
No,
so I can't fully be like, oh, especially the fact that I don't really know what I want, if I'm being honest. Like, if they suggest something to me, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it. No, I'm more like, okay, let me see if this is something that I would be interested in, I'll look into it. And if it is, then I'll do it. If it's not, I'm not doing it. That's the way I do. So I don't always dismiss everything. I don't do that, actually. I never do, because I feel like I don't know that much. That's just my. But then again, it's down to the approach and how my mom does it. Because I feel like from what you've told me, if they came, because most things in life is how you say it. It's, you know how people say I'm honest. Everyone hates me because I'm honest. They hate you because you're rude. Yeah. It's not because you're honest. It's because you're rude. Like, you can be honest and tell people things, and they will take it, and they will feel the compassion from the way you're expressing it. So it's like, if someone's telling me something, I'm like, they're just looking out for me and they have the best intentions for me, and it's not coming across as like forced, then I'll look into it. But if it came across as like, you're not doing anything, what are you doing, where are you going with your life, best believe, out of spite, I ain't doing nothing. Come on, beat me.
Say that again. Nothing.
I ain't doing nothing. No, I am not doing it.
And that's why, again, if that's why sometimes I don't really like to talk to people about how I deal with my family, because I feel like if I say it outright and they take it face value, they're gonna be like, oh, you're a bit rude, you're a bit disrespectful. No, it's because I know my parents and I know the way that they think and what they I'm not saying that they don't know what's best for me, but the way that they approach it and I'm not just doing it out of nothing. It's from experience. There's been times where my mum has said, I said, oh, you know what? She's mom. She knows best. Let me take her advice. And guys, my life would not be like this if I didn't take her advice.
You're saying yes to everything.
Literally.
Yeah.
So for me now, when it comes to my mum trying to tell me something and she's saying it in a way that like, just do it. I know what's best for you. Like, give it a try. From past experience, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, your track record is it's not giving.
That's the thing. That's the thing about...
you can't expect me to willingly accept.
Yeah. It's hard to... Yeah, that's the reality. It's hard to listen to someone that has no experience in whatever they're telling you to do, and they're only saying it based on the fact that someone has told them. And you're trying to explain that, no, I know they said this to you, but this is the realities. And they're telling you, no, I know. And you're like, yo, what are you arguing? You don't, have you done this?
Like, for example, right? So, me and my mum argued a lot, when I was unemployed.
Of course you did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a toxic thing. No, but there was a time where I said to her, you don't even ask me. You just come to me and you tell me, but you don't ask me. And then one of the times that she actually took on something that I said, and she said, okay, so Jen, what do you want to do? I said, realistically, if I'm being honest, I want to do marketing. I want to work in social media, something creative. I just want to work in a creative field. I want to do marketing. Oh, do you have qualifications? So you need to go. So if you want to do marketing, go back to uni, do a degree. I said, Mum, in this time and age, you don't. She said, no, but how are you going to get a job if you don't have a degree? And I said, this is what I mean. I can't talk to you. Because the conversations with the people that you surround yourself with, it's very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
You're not surrounding yourselves around people and spaces and opportunities where you're meeting people. And this is something that my auntie had said when she was living in this space. She's like, there's one thing about some, not all, but some Congolese people, when they come to like England and different European countries, is that they stick together, which means that they're not exposed to different people, different experiences, different spaces, different just new knowledge and things on how to expand. And they're very stuck in a certain type of like reality in a different way. And you're not allowing yourself to move forward. And that's what I see in my mom. It's like she's not understanding that a lot of jobs that some people get, they don't even have... was it someone that I work with or something? They said that... what did they say? They said that before they started working in the school, they had no teaching experience. They worked on something completely different. Like nowadays, you need experience, but you don't need that specific qualification experience. And so when it came to that, I came to realize that my mom's, especially the kind of creative person that I am, she's never going to understand it, and that's okay.
She will understand it when she starts to see the money. That's literally most times with these type of things is there's no point in going back and forth. Just show the results.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have similar stories where they're like, oh, my mom didn't support my dream and this, and then you see the mom in the crowd saying, "That's my daughter. That's my daughter. That's my daughter." When you find out the stories beforehand, the mom was saying to her, what are you doing with your life?
Literally.
So it's most times it's
just results.
Just show the result. When they see the money, then she wouldn't ask those questions. Because in reality, all of this stuff is all they want is for you to make money. As long as you're not in prostitution. No, but it's true.
No, it's true.
As long as you're not doing anything illegal, they just want you to bring money.
Yeah.
Because in reality, if they're able to buy expensive things, get the nice bags and travel, their friends are not going to be like, she's just doing marketing. What their friends are going to see is,
she's doing marketing.
No, they're going to be like, wow, you're living wow, you're living life good.
Yeah.
Your daughter's taking care of you. That's all they're going to see. They're not going to be like, so what like, oh, she's just marketing. They're not going to care. Literally, they're not going to care about what you're doing, what you're not doing. Are you bringing the money in? Are you good?
And it's I feel like it's kind of hard having like parents like that from that kind of generation, because I feel like, number one, being in Christ, and number two, living in a kind of like in this kind of Western generation society, money isn't everything.
Yo, carry on, man. Yeah. Money's not everything.
Okay, no, I'm not saying that money isn't everything. Of course it is, because I know it, because I went through the past 4-5 months
Can you
without
breathe
it.
without money? London, they're charging people to drive.
No, but I mean,
they're charging you to breathe air.
In terms of like satisfaction and self-fulfillment and everything.
It contributes to self-satisfaction.
It does. But do you know what I mean? Okay, think of it from a Christian perspective.
Do you know how happy you can be? At least you'll be happier.
Forget it. No, let's stop, because clearly.
Okay. Let me be very honest. Yeah?
Okay.
I feel like people need to start downplaying how important money is.
I'm not saying that money is important.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Money would never be able to completely satisfy anybody, because as humans, we can never be satisfied by anything apart from God, in a literal sense, right?
No, it's true.
Outside God is money.
No. Okay, materialistic things. Can I say that then?
Yeah, but you know, people can use money to get things that are not material, like they can travel.
No, but that's what I mean, because I feel like when we come...
They're not actually buying anything. They're able to experience some experiences you never have because they have the money to experience it.
Do you think it's a poverty mindset from coming from Africa? So when they come here, they're just expecting...
Okay, so to me, this is how I see it. I feel like this you can distinguish, right? Money from poverty, because some people can still have money and yet still have that poverty mentality of lack, like not having enough. So it's like they can potentially be earning quite well,
but there's still something
they're still stuck in that mindset of I need to like always constantly save. Like I've met people that are earning good money, and the way they save, you think, what are you saving for?
Yeah,
like they're so like they use coupons, they do like the weirdest things to try and save money, and they can afford it.
Yeah,
there's no problem with affording. So there's a difference between that and like. So I don't know. I don't think it's just. I think it might be just a mentality of like lack.
Yeah,
The worry of like not having enough. I don't think it's just directly linked to just money. Money is an element.
No, it is. I don't know.
I think it's just a fear. Then again, there's a lot of when it comes to African parents, especially with careers and what your daughter, your kids are doing, and it's a lot more complex. It's more of just this prestigeness to it. They want to show off to their friends and be like, my daughter is a doctor, engineer, accountant. Do you know what I mean? And they also want to feel like, I don't know, like almost living their life, like they're living their life, they're reliving their lives through you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like all the mistakes that I've made, now I'm able to rewrite my mistakes through you. And if you do it well, this is how I would have wanted my life to look like. And then they're now in a situation where they feel like in their head, I'm a parent, so I have the control to tell you what to do. I'm telling you what to do, you're not listening. It's like, oh my God.
How dare you?
This is not the plan.
My mom actually says, I know more than you. I'm not... but you're
this is not the plan. The plan was, I'll tell you what to do, and you say yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling you what to do, you say no. They haven't thought about what to do next. It's like, that's where it stops. So sometimes some parents don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
And they feel like if they keep saying it to you,
it's going to go in
it's
there.
going to eventually, you're going to be like, no, I'm going to do it now because
no.
If you keep saying it, I'm still not going to do it because you haven't resolved the problem. The problem is I don't want to do it.
No.
And you're not listening to me.
And the more you tell me, the more I'm going to get annoyed.
Like, you're not literally listening. I'm saying no and you're telling me do it. What was it, a miscommunication?
Was there someone in between that I can't see? I can't hear them.
And you think, what is going on? Because I know that I'm being very... Sometimes you think, maybe I need to be clear enough and explain the context. Okay, Mom, I'm feeling like this and this is what I don't want to do.
And they will still look at you like, sorry?
And they'll come back another day and say, this person's daughter...
Oh my God.
Last week, I heard that... And you're like, did you hear anything that told you? Personally, I can't relate to them, I'm not going to lie. Because my mom she's the type of mom that's like... She's quite modern. I don't have to explain it.
Yeah. She's with the times.
She understands reality. And whereas my dad is just calm. My dad doesn't really give a damn. He's just there. He's like, whatever you want to do.
I'm living life.
If you want to do it, if you don't want to do it, don't bother me. Like honestly.
As long as you are alive and healthy and well, that's all.
His job is to say, wow, well done. That's it.
Cheers.
Nothing else. He did nothing. Whereas my mom is a bit more like, she likes to find out. She's very like nosy. So what's happening? What are you trying to do? But she doesn't do it in a sense of like, oh, you have to do this. She'll have moments where she would bring it up and she'll be like, are you sure you don't want to go into this? Are you sure? And I'm like, no. Okay, that's fine.
I
fast.
You know,
Like it's never been a thing where I felt forced, which is why if I look at my life, there's a reflection of I've been very, very experimental of a few things, like, and I get it. That it's because she's giving me that freedom to do that.
yeah.
But this is the way I see it. This is the slight difference I've noticed though. That's with me. Whereas my siblings don't really get that much freedom. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's the experience I've noticed. As the firstborn is almost like she's like, you know what? This one is already do what you want to do. Do what you want to do as long as you're doing it well. Don't lead your siblings to the wrong path.
Yeah.
Be a great example. But she's not really trying to force me to do anything. Whereas my younger sister is the complete opposite. It's very much she's planned out this girl's life.
Really?
And she's like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And like, I can see my sister's like, but mom, I'm like, I personally don't really step in because one thing I've realized, we all have our parents relate to us differently. So I don't want to be the person to interfere because my sister needs that type of parenting, if I'm being honest. We're very different people.
Yeah.
I don't need you to completely lead me. I just need you to trust me. I'm the type of person, just trust and believe that I'll be okay. Don't be like, do this, do that, because that will irritate me. Just give me advice, but trust me.
Is it a firstborn daughter thing though? Because that's the same with me. I know what I'm doing. I just need you to trust me.
Yeah, like don't you can direct me, but don't direct in the sense like you're commanding
Like
me.
you're holding my hand.
Yeah, like direct is like a suggestion. Like if you want to, so I feel like I have the option. But if you tell me you have to do this, I'm not doing it. Because I'm like, what makes you feel like you can tell me what to do? Out of respect, I'll listen.
Yeah.
Because I can always say, genuinely, I actually go to them for advice.
Yeah.
Like, I take on the advice, I take it very seriously. Because I'm like, I'm not going to go outside and start asking people. So I would ask my family because they're here. But I don't take every single thing they say.
No.
Like, come on, man.
No,
but I listen to them, 100%.
Yeah.
I really value, like, their directions, anything. But anyways, yeah. So it's just different. I think I was watching a video on TikTok. Not TikTok, no. I think it was Instagram. No, it was YouTube. Anyways, the video was basically saying that kids don't realize that they all have different parents.
Yeah, is it that old man? Yeah, because your parents also go through life. They learn certain things. It's a different financial situation, a different point in their life, and that goes into the child. Yeah.
So like all of you think mommy and daddy is the same, but no, and daddy, your mommy and daddy is different to your siblings' mommy and daddy.
My dad was when it was just me. Completely different habits with my brothers. Yeah. So they get a different side to him.
Yeah, so we all have completely different experiences with our parents. Like I personally I get really good princess treatment. And my sister doesn't. But that's odd though, because usually as a firstborn, you're not supposed to get that.
No.
So I don't know what happened there, but I think but yeah, that's so I get very like maybe it's because I do a lot without realizing and it feel bad.
Maybe.
It might be that, you know.
Bad.
It might be that because it might be actually because they ask for a lot and I'm always like, mate, just working from home, they generally think that I'm just there to...
You're just chilling.
Like, I'm just chilling. Yeah. And sometimes I'm really stressed. Like, I'm actually really trying to focus and work out this claim. And someone come to me and I'm like, how do I look? How do I look in this? I'm like, yo...
I feel like with my family, they see I do a lot and they want to add more to it.
Oh, no. Which is why I think it's good that we have not good that you're going through that, but at least this is a reflection of how even though we're both firstborns,
it's very different.
Yeah, we still have slight differences in our experience of being. I
just realised, guys, she's got Armani sliders.
Why does everyone say this?
Armani.
Guys, you know, I actually don't know anything about like designing,
fashions and stuff.
Wow. Hey. Don't hold me.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know fashion.
No, I know you do know. What? But I'm just
like I don't know nothing about designing, like designer stuff. So when people started talking about that, I was thinking, what's Armani?
It's Armani.
I was like, what's Armani? And I realized
Chain Gabbani.
I don't really know.
My favorite is Miu Miu. I love a good Miu Miu.
What's
I love a good Miu Miu.
What's Miu Miu?
It's Miu Miu.
Miu, what's that?
Miu Miu. Just search up MIU times 2.
I don't like that name, so I don't want it.
I think it's cute.
Nah.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I feel like we started quite serious for our comeback.
Yeah, because we're giving a rundown of how
what we've been going
back to the initial purpose of this
Of the
podcast,
podcast, which is
for us to
firstborn
rant
daughters,
about being firstborn daughters, because it's hard, man.
No, I feel like with me, I was even telling Favor something. I was sending Favor voice note while I was.
Okay, guys, wait. No, guys. She calls it voice notes, but it's not voice notes. It's podcast episode 1, episode 2, there was a day I feel like I'm gonna send you a screenshot so you can show it to them, where I was like, Jen, you're gonna kill me with this. You're going to kill me with voice notes. I opened my phone, guys. There was like 10 voice notes. I said, who is going to listen to this? And you would think, as a natural person, okay, I'm not going to speak that much. And then she just goes on. And then she goes, oh, I've been talking for 5 minutes. Oh, but okay. I'm like, isn't it the time you just stop recording? And she'll be like, trying to fill the time. I'm thinking, are you doing this on purpose? But why are you humming?
Yeah, but
end the voice note.
You enjoyed though.
End the voice note. You've said what you wanted to say. End it. No, she'll be like, okay. And she'll be like, actually, I wanted to reach the 10 minutes. Okay. I'm like, you're trying to get the voices. What?
I have a thing about numbers. Yeah, it's got to be whole numbers. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
But you enjoy it though, don't you? I know you do. No, think about it, Favor. We don't see each other. Imagine we went from seeing each other every day to seeing each other.
We've never seen each other every day
at school.
Oh my gosh, you're going back 7 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my days.
So now you've got a piece of me to carry with you.
You know what? I'm just saying, if you can do your voice notes, yeah. I've just accepted that. It's episodes. So I play and I just let it play in the background.
No,
it's a lot.
How did we even get to here? What was I even saying for us to get to here? What was I saying?
We're talking about how we just rant and you're just talking about how
this is serious. It's a serious one, yeah. But despite that, we hope that you guys enjoyed it. We hope that you're just as excited as we are to be back here talking to you guys. What do you guys want to hear us talk about?
Yeah, as long as it's not personal problems. I'm joking.
No.
It can be personal.
No, it can be.
Yeah,
but what do you guys want us to talk about? Is there something that you feel like you have an opinion on and you want to hear other people's perspective? Is it something that happens in society and you just want to hear our thoughts? Do you want us to, I don't know, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to hear? Because we're doing this for you.
And also, drop your comments on, like, when you watch the video, like, what did you think about the video? What's your opinion about being a firstborn daughter? What's your opinion about identity, feeling like how it affects us? Like, just drop your comments on how you feel.
Have your thoughts, because this, as much as it is that we're having a conversation with each other, we're also having a conversation with you. Don't just tell us that our podcast is great. Tell us why.
I really hope people watch this and they feel relaxed. And
you know
it's
what I mean?
Like listen to two girls have a chat. Because that's literally what it is. Like, we're just having a chat. We're just talking about.
We've had this conversation many times.
Yeah, like we're just literally having the.
And obviously my voice is very sexy, so no, I genuinely love the sound of my own voice, guys. I don't know if this is me.
This is where we end the podcast.
Is narcissistic.
Why are you giving us all this labels? Like, do you even know what they mean? Narcissistic.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you guys next week. Bye. Oh my god, we kissed at the same time. Soulmates.
Well, not soulmates, man.
Soulmates.